What we are going to study in this lecture, basically it is also known as a learning outcome. We are going to classify digital computers, that how many types of digital computer we have: supercomputer, mainframe computer, mini computer, and microcomputer. We are going to distinguish between the differences between all these types of computer. Classification of digital computers. While we say classification, it is basically, we can say, grouping, or we can say categorizing a digital computer. So let's how we categorize a digital computer. So digital computer are categorized by some factors, okay, through which we can say that these are in these categories, these computers are in these categories. Okay, these factors are what? Physical size, that how much big they will be. The computer will be small in size, big in size, medium size, or can be a full complete room. Second factor which is there, that is a cost. What will be its price? It will be expensive, cheaper, or we can say that it will be costly. The third one factor is speed. Yes, we can say that computers get mainly categorized by speed. That these computers are the fastest computer, these computers are slower computer, these are medium range computer. So by speed or some other factors are there which classify which classify which classify digital computers. So we classify these digital computer into the four categories. Okay, what are these four categories? Let's go one by one. First one, supercomputer. Okay, second one, mainframe. Third one, microcomputer. And fourth one, mini computer or microcomputer. Okay, so let's discuss one by one all these four categories of a digital computer. While we say supercomputer, in a supercomputer, I think so most of you know that these are the largest and most expensive computer of the world. Okay, so the most expensive and powerful. So this word is very important. If you see here, the word powerful computer is a supercomputer. So while we say a powerful, so where they are using, where these computers are utilized. So our question answers mentioned here. Those complex calculations, or we can say that complicated machines, okay, for that we use these supercomputer. Right now, complex calculation, let's think, what are the complex calculations? Do you know how these weather forecasting system is done? In a weather forecasting, your previous data, just like 10 years record are first of all, or 20 years record are first of all searched. Then later on, it will predict regular record, means every time the temperature, and some more calculations are there. So all these are combined together, and then they predict that tomorrow it will be rain or it will be not rain. But a question come in your mind that, sir, I can check it out in my mobile that tomorrow it will be raining or not. So my mobile is a supercomputer? No, your mobile is not a supercomputer. The computer which calculate that for you, that is a supercomputer. Your mobile is just fetching that information from a website or from a server, okay, and just display it to you. Okay, got my point? These supercomputers are also used in a rockets guided system where data is very important, and fighter planes, okay. They are also used in nuclear research centers. We have also discussed that these supercomputers are used for weather forecasting, where huge amount of calculation will be performed at very high speed. Okay, so if you remember, I've told you that these computer, while we classify a computer, so the main or the important factor which is there, that is a speed. Mainframe computer. While we say mainframe computer, so the idea or the concept come in our mind that it will be also a big computer, mainframe. Yes, these computers are larger and more expensive and more powerful computer as compared to the mini, okay, and microcomputer. But that is not powerful. These are not powerful than supercomputer. The most powerful computer is a supercomputer. Second category is a mainframe computer. These are also expensive. Remember that. Why? Because large corporate banks or universities or scientific laboratories, they are using these supercomputer. And for what they are using, the question comes, in a bank, why they use, not in a bank, basically not in a one bank a supercomputer will be used, okay, where the head office is there or main server is there, the mainframe computer will be available over there. It will connect thousands of other devices, or we can say that thousands of users with it. And the mainframe computer usually fill a large room, because not only a system is there, a lot of peripheral devices are attached with it. A typical mainframe computer can execute about trillion of instructions per second. So look over here, trillion of instructions per second. It means it can handle thousands of users. Means of lot of user requests can be executed through mainframe computer. But the user which are there, they don't have a CPU. They just only have a keyboard and monitor. All the execution is done inside a mainframe computer. Some examples of mainframe computer are IBM Z series, EC12, EC196, HP 16500 series. The next category which we will discuss, that is a mini computer. Mini computer. These computers are larger and more expensive than microcomputer. Okay, while we comparing them, so we compare that these are slower than super and mainframe computer, but they are faster, okay, and expensive than microcomputer. Mini computers and peripheral equipments can usually fit in a small room. Yes, uh, we don't need a big room for that. It can be fit inside a room, in a corner of a room. Mini computers right now we can say that support hundred of users at a time. If you remember, while we have discussed a supercomputer, mainframe computer, okay, so mainframe computer can execute a trillion of instruction per second, but right now these computer can execute billion of instructions per second. So while execution is slower as compared to the mainframe computer, so support of user will be also less as compared to the mainframe computer. But these computers are faster than a microcomputer. These computers can process more data as compared to the microcomputer. So all in one sentence we can say that these computers are faster and expensive than a microcomputer. So again, where we are again question come in mind where we are using this mini computer. So they are used in a industrial processing system or industrial process control system, scientific research, and for small business application we utilize these mini computer. Some examples of a mini computer are IBM System 36 and HP 3000. Next category of computer is microcomputer. I think so most of you know about the microcomputer because this is that type of computer, that category which you mostly use in a home, offices, uh, in schools, universities. What this is, let's see. You can see the picture here or the figure, that is the figure or picture of a microcomputer. These computers are smallest, or we can say that least expensive computer, means cheaper computer than which one? All the categories above which we have discussed. We have discussed mainframe, mini, and supercomputer. So they are cheaper and slower and smallest than all these three categories. So why it become smaller? The reason is that because of LSI and VLSI. What this LSI is? Large scale integration and very large scale integration technology. While this technology came, so the motherboard size get reduced and the size of the computer become shrinked, smaller. Right now we got the name for that is microcomputer, desktop computer. The modern microcomputer can execute millions of instructions per second. While we compare this with a mini computer, so mini computer execute billion of instruction, while we compare it to the mainframe, that is a trillion of instruction. So it is slower as compared to the other categories of computer. But although it is very fast, but much slower than mini and mainframe computer, which I have told you. But remember that don't underestimate our microcomputer. These microcomputer which we have, they are much faster than the supercomputer of 1980s and 90s. So you are using a supercomputer of a 1980s or 1990s. Got my point? Some example of microcomputer are IBM ThinkPads, Toshiba Satellites series, Dell series, XPS, HP, and Apple series. But also in microcomputer, the cheapest one is a Dell series. Sony, which is not mentioned here, Sony series is there. Thank you for listening me. Have a good day. See you in next class. Have a good time. Allah Hafiz.